Okay, so normally this would be in a room, and I would ensure that there's privacy by drawing the curtain. So I'm going to start off with hand hygiene. Hi, I'm going to be your student nurse today. My name is Emily. We're going to be doing a head-to-toe assessment, so this will only probably take about 20 minutes. Can you quickly state your name and your date of birth?
Nicole, 12/10/95.
Perfect. And then do you have any allergies, whether that be environment, medicine, or food?
Nothing.
Okay. And then on a scale of 0 to 10, can you rate your pain? 0 being no pain, and then 10 being the worst pain you've ever been in?
0.
Okay, perfect. So, looking at her, going into just the survey, she is sitting upright. Her posture is good. Her head is midline. She looks as though she has like good nutrition. Doesn't look malnourished. No physical deformities, and yeah, everything is symmetrical. Can you state your age, your weight, and your height?
24, 6 feet, and 180.
Okay, perfect. And then going into like mobility and gait, I would get her up to walk and assess that. And then could you tell me who you are again?
Nicole.
Okay, and where we are?
Basement.
The basement. And then what are we doing?
A head-to-toe assessment.
Perfect. And then could you state the time as well?
Around 7 p.m.
Okay, perfect. So she's alert and oriented ×4. And now I'm going to get into the rest of the assessment, starting off with skin. Is it okay if I touch you?
Yes.
Okay, so first off, I'm going to inspect, and skin is good with her ethnicity. It is warm and dry to touch. No lesions that I can see of. Is it okay if I look back here? And no tattoos, anything like that. And then okay, we're just gonna assess skin trigger. Okay, so skin is elastic, and her nails are painted, but I can still see her capillary fill. Okay, so it is less than 2 seconds, and then her nail bed and her angle there is less than 180 degrees. So good there. And then going into your head and neck, her head is again in the midline of her body. Scalp is good. I don't see any lesions. Skin color is cohesive with the rest of her body and her ethnicity. Okay, again, symmetrical. And she's expressing, she has reactions. Okay, then going into her eyes, her eye color. Can you just blink really quick? Okay, good. And then could you take off your glasses? And then look straight ahead. Okay, can you look at this and follow it? Good. So perla is intact. Pupils are equal, round, react to light, and are accommodating. Going into her ears, they are symmetrical, no lesions. She has a lot of piercings though, and no drainage that I can see either. Going into her nose, it is symmetrical, midline. Can you go like this and breathe in? And on the other side? All right, good. And there's no drainage there. Patency, or her airway is patent. And going into her mouth, her lips are pink and dry, no cracks. no lesions. Could you open your mouth? All mucous membranes are wet and pink. And then could you stick out your tongue and go ah? Ah. All right, so she has her gag reflex. Perfect. And then could you look down and up, side to side, and then side to side again. So head and neck motion, she has full range of motion. I'm just going to assess your upper musculatory system. So can you just go like this, and then with your wrists like that, and your fingers. So she has full range of motion in her upper extremities. And then skin again is warm and dry to touch and intact. Could you put your arms up like this? Don't let me push, and then don't let me pull. Can you put your arms like this? And then I'm gonna push down and you push. Okay, good. So her strength is 5 out of 5 bilaterally. And her arms are symmetrical. Next, we're going to assess her radial pulse. Is it okay if I do that? Mm-hmm. So her pulse is 80 with 2+ amplitude. I'm going to assess on the next side. And her pulse is regular bilaterally. Okay. And then going into the respiratory system, is it okay? Or she's not using any accessory muscles or breathing heavily. Which is good. And then, is it okay if I take a listen? Okay, perfect. I'm just gonna look under. Can you breathe in? And then on your back, I'm just gonna get back here. Breathe in and out. And then could you lift up your right arm? And your left arm? Okay. Breath sounds are clear in all spots. Okay, and then I'm going to just take your carotid pulse really quick. Okay. Carotid pulse is 2+ amplitude bilaterally, regular rhythm. And then, if it's okay with you, I'm going to listen to your heart sounds now. S1 and S2 are heard in all 5 spots. Is it okay if you lay on your back? Okay, now I'm going to listen to her apical pulse. And take that. Is it okay if I put up your shirt? Okay. her apical pulse is 75, regular rhythm. And then I'm just going to lift up your shirt again. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So her abdomen is cohesive with the rest of her skin color, no lesions, and her belly button is symmetrical. Everything looks good. Is it okay if I listen to your vowel sounds now?
Mm-hmm.
So vowel sounds are clear in all 4 quadrants, or active in all 4 quadrants. And then I'm going to palpate your stomach as well. Let me know of any tenderness. So I felt no masses or anything like that. And then I almost forgot. So do you have any abdominal pain? I should have asked you that before I touched her.
No.
Okay, good. And then when was your last, when did you last urinate?
20 minutes ago.
Okay, and then your last bowel movement.
1 o'clock.
So normally I would have asked her that before I touched her, because you don't want to touch someone if they are in pain. Okay, so good there. Then you can sit up. All right, so moving on to the lower extremities. Is it okay if I put this on a little bit? So skin is intact and cohesive with the rest of her body, dry and warm to touch. Okay. Could you kick out your legs? All right, and then move around your ankles and your toes. So she has full range of motion in her lower extremities. And then I'm gonna push, can you push against me with both at the same time? Thank you. And then back, all right, and then up. Okay, so she has 5 out of 5 strength bilaterally. Her legs are symmetrical. And then I'm going to assess her dorsalis pedis pulse. Amplitude is 2+ and regular bilaterally. And then that is all for right now. Can I get you anything else?
No.
Perfect. And then I would put up the side rails, 2 of them, and then put the call light by her. Again, ask her if she needs anything else. And perform hand hygiene. And I'll be back in a little bit, and also putting her bed down low and locked. Perfect. Thank you for letting me assess you.